I was trying to see if I can get that to go longer. I think I forgot to set a timer for it, but that's all right. Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? My name is Chris Collected, and welcome to another Queer Creations with Chris Collected. And today we're just going to go mostly over all the new fabric I got, as you can see in the other camera there. Hopefully you like my new camera setup here. Like, I have no borders anymore, if you notice. There's no borders. Before we had it was kind of like, let's see. I can go back to it actually. It was like this one or that one where it's like a lot of border to it. And so now my new one, bam, back to that one. No border. And I lowered myself a little bit, the camera where it's going to be. You can do that now on StreamYard. So I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to do that, you know? So yeah, all right. So, you know, you don't need to see me too much, but I did want to be able to have myself just kind of in the background there. So you'll see me in the corner. But that's it, you know? Other than that, let's get showing off some fabric. Okay, so let's see, actually. Get, bam. All right. Going closer, actually, too, I think. Yeah, I like it better with no borders, too. 1 second, let me get my balance right. All right, cool. So, this is my first one, and just to kind of give you an idea, that is, I mean, and that's not even all of it that I have, but you're talking over $150, about $200 really in brand new fabric. So, yay! And the last couple of events, I've been doing a ton of like anime. So, you know, there is some anime still in here. Like, we got a little preview down there for you. So we got some anime, but 99% of what I got for the brand new stuff is all flowers. Flowers and, you know, this is the bird and a flower together, all right? Very pretty fabric. And it's, you know, a nice one. I've ironed all of these. So you can kind of see they're nice and like wrinkle-free, ready to be made into bags. And eventually they will be made into something just like this. So we got, you know, our sewn bag here, and then line it with another bag. And eventually it will become this guy. This is the one I'm currently working on. You can tell because it's not top stitched yet. This is also one of the new fabrics. And it is ice cream cones. Because even if I want to do, you know, all anime or all female designs or whatever, I still want to, I love food. And so I'm always going to have some food products there. That's another one of the new ones that I just got, is this like purple one. And I actually just found this in multiple colors. So I think I'm about to go buy more of it. And then this is the brand new strap that I got too. What's really nice about this strap is it's actually like woven pieces. So it will bend and stretch really well, but not too much, right? Like, that's as hard as I can pull, and it's still not gonna pull in that direction or in this direction, really. Like, it's very minimal, but at the same time, it kind of flexes really easily. I thought that was really nice. It's a polyester webbing, and I think it goes well with like a bag like this. So you have a little bit, almost looks like the similar idea there of like little flakes here, little flakes there, right? And I have, I don't know, only a couple hundred yards of of webbing and stuff on the way. But some of that stuff can take 30 days or more to get in, so I kind of went and found that one yesterday, so I have something to use to do it, because I have 20 bags ready to go that I just don't have straps on them right now. So that's number one. Number two. We're going to be doing all different kinds of colors today. And so one of the colors, I love a black. I think it's nice because if you're using these for grocery bags, say a stain happens or something like that, you're going to be less likely to see it on this fabric. So this is all hanging plants. Each one's a different little hanging plant. And so I just love that. I love everything about it. Very, very cute. Hi, Shirley girl. Most of these will be exclusive for Joann's fabrics, but not all of them. I get some from a company called SAS Fabrics as well. But I wanted to show off my fabrics today because that's, it's a big part of my company to make sure that I am buying the right product that you guys want. I love how you can start to see it, and then once I reveal the real colors of it, it looks even better, But yeah, so we got this pineapple one. Pineapples are very popular, but I loved how colorful this one was. It's almost like Pride colors, but not really rainbow. But it is like, you can kind of see here, one of the cool things about any kind of fabric is it will print out, kind of like a printer that does that test sheet, it will show you all the colors. And so it is kind of cool sometimes you can grab this and then grab some other fabric and match these kind of colors up. The numbers are just, that's the nonsense thing. It doesn't mean anything. It's just how many colors they had. They had 15 colors in this. But it's good to be able to match that up. Be like, oh, okay, that red looks like this red, or, looks like that red or something, right? It's like I can think about that when I'm buying it. Not all of them are a fruit or, base or anything like that. This one I thought was just pretty, because some of them, half of them I buy, muted rainbow for sure. Half of them I buy for tops, and half obviously I buy for lining. And so this one I thought would be a wonderful lining. It's pretty neutral in its design. However, I loved the tiny details in it. See, it has like tiny little, almost looks like stitching, but very tiny. And then so from a distance, it's kind of clean looking. Like it looks pretty clean and just like a very regular pattern, but up close, a lot of detail in it. That way, from far away or up close, your bag still looks dynamic and cute. Next up, we have, so as I said before, I had been asked to do more female-based ones, more feminine ones, and specifically they were talking about the Jane Austen collection from like Pride and Prejudice. She was the lady who made Pride and Prejudice, and this is a Regency era kind of piece, which I thought was very, very good. I thought it was just looked amazing. These kind of patterns are just over and over again. You see them in wallpaper, you see them all over the place. One thing I thought was interesting about this one is, being as it is the Jane Austen collection, all of those things, just like I showed you, the other one was numbers, this one is all books. Isn't that silly? They're all books. And so this is from it literally is like, no jokes, it is like the Jane Austen, right? Like literally it is her collection. I don't believe she's alive anymore, but they're using the name and the logo and all that. I have approximately 2 yards minimum of each of these. Some I have 3 to 5. But some are only like, a couple. Depends, a lot of times it depends on availability. Ooh, this one it took a second for the image to process on that one because it's so much detail in this one. As you can see, it's flower petals more than a flower. It's like kind of just loose flower petals. But I thought, again, one of those great lining ones, because up close, you're getting a ton of detail. But from far away, it, just kind of looks blue. So you can trick your husband maybe if he doesn't want, the too feminine. I can have that one as kind of a neutral. This one was super, super, super cute, and so I just had to get it. Let's turn it this way so you guys can kind of, oops. Yeah, we'll turn it this way so you guys can see that one. Because a lot of them don't really have a direction to them, but this one definitely does. And it's all these little animal ice cream cones. Isn't that cute? So you got koalas, you got, I don't know, I think it's like a whale, I think it's supposed to be, a bunny, you got like a little cat, little pig. Super cute. Yeah, exactly. This is great for little girls or, the girl at heart kind of person too. And the nice thing is I can then put this on one side and put like the flowers on the other, and that way you can kind of have a two-way piece. You can have a piece that is very silly, but also a piece that is very serious, you know, depending on the individual that is buying it. And if you do see anything here today that you're like, I can't do without, I need it, then hit me up. And, you know, these haven't been claimed yet, right? We're going to end up, I'm going to make stuff out of it. My next one is September 30th, so I got plenty of time. But I'm making stuff every day. Right now, my delay is in webbing. That's why today I was going to do more, but I was like, you know what? I'm kind of low on webbing. I was like, I got to make sure that I got to solve that problem before anything else right now. And then if you looked on the Instagram, next week we'll be back to rug making. So don't worry about that. Rugs, you know, they'll come right on back. I just wanted to make sure that I was showing off my latest stuff because I spent a lot on it. So I was like, let me make sure you see it, you know. But this one, another one of those lining ones. I love its flowers, but again, not too much. You know, just kind of a simple pattern that's repeating over and over. Great for a grocery bag because it's not very, you know, controversial or anything like that. It's just kind of there. You see it, you're like, oh, that's pretty. You know, and I think that's what you want out of these kind of bags. You don't want them necessarily too wild. This one I bought because Joann's had a 50% off on one cut of fabric, and I was like, yes, please, I'll take this cut of fabric. But this is, of course, Pokemon. And I love also has the ice cream cones in it, and even has like, that's a Pokeball ice cream cone, and these are the original 4. So that's like when I was a kid, these were the main ones that people talked about. Nowadays, obviously, I think people are going a little bit harder than they used to there, you know? There's so many more. There's hundreds and hundreds more now. But those first ones are still very popular. But I kind of bought that one for myself. I was like, if that one doesn't sell, I was like, don't worry, I'll keep those ones. This is another one in that kind of series of, well, if they don't sell, then at least I know I like it. And that is, this one is all, I'll kind of get a big piece so you guys can really see it, but it's all schematics. All of it. And it's all how, specifically how like radios work is what it is. If I remember correctly, yeah, I think it's all radios. Yeah, because here's all like this right here is all frequency charts. That's a frequency chart. That's a different kind of like circuits and things. So really cool. You know, it's like a coil. That's like a coil, you know. Oh, maybe over here. There you go. No, on camera there, Chris. That's a coil. And, you know, so, I mean, you know, I just thought this was so manly, but at the same time, so feminine. Like, the color was so feminine, and I just loved it. Like, I bought, like, 3-4 yards of it. Like, I really just, like, couldn't help myself, because I have a degree in background in electronics, and so I figured this piece was just the right piece for me. And actually, I've only cut and done half of this one. I have another 2 yards of it in reserve. That's how much I liked it. But as I said, most of them will be flowers. Yeah, it's good to have some masculine ones, you know, it is, and it's so technical. So, I mean, there are plenty of female engineers, and hopefully we get more and more female engineers. You know, we always want more, everyone in STEM, you know, that's always the best. So it's like, you know, that way maybe we can encourage someone, they see that and they go, ooh, what's this? And hopefully get into STEM, you know, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, if you didn't know what it was. It's just a study of any of the cool stuff, as I would say. But as I was going back to our subject here, this is another one of these gorgeous, almost looks like wallpaper, is really what these like reminded me of. And so for a while I wasn't buying them because of that reason. I was like, who wants this, you know? But people freaking love it. Like, I've really gotten, like, I've been talking to people and they were like, I want this. I want it, something pretty. And I'm like, okay. Pretty, and, you know, of course, my quality is top notch, and so that kind of combo is really what people want. High quality and super cute. And so we got a few of those kind of, like, that one and this one are pretty similar. Again, giving you that vibe of wallpaper. of an old vintage wallpaper. Is really what it reminds me of, especially when you start looking at like, you know, large chunks of it, because it's a repeating pattern, but it's a big, like it's a 24-inch repeating pattern. Like it takes a second to repeat, but it is pretty. So you can kind of see like that's the repeat, and then there it is. Like see, so it's that block, and then that's essentially the halfway point. Like like this little piece right here is the halfway. So it's like this little block over and over again. Very cool. That's how a lot of these things are done, right? They're just, it's a one pattern repeated over and over again. But it is pretty. And this took, by the way, about 2-3 days just to iron all of this. It's because, you know, you spend 2-3 hours ironing, it kind of just gets boring after a while. So I change up stuff every once in a while. This one I've actually shown off before, but I'm on the second batch of it. Just like that radio frequency one, every once in a while I'll buy 4 or 5 yards or something or more, and then I cut it in half, and then I sew half of it, and then now, I think this goes along with the, just the kind of the motif and the colors of some of the flowers. It's kind of muted the same way, you know? But of course, you know, I can't just do flowers, and you can't just do masculine. You know, one of the staples of the company will always be anime. You're always going to see some anime from me. This one is one I kept in the vault for a little while because I loved it so much. I knew I wanted to find more of it, and I kind of couldn't find more of it, so I was like, all right, we'll just use what I have. But this is from Jujutsu Kaisen, and is like the main character from it. And like it's basically him with his bandana or his like mask on, and then him without it. And I have it, his buddy as well, the same version. Super cute, and also very like practical, because the next one that I have coming up is Epic Toy Con, and that one is obviously mostly around pop culture. Yeah, it looks like me. He looks real cute, you know. And a cool side fact: the voice actor for the American voice lives here in Phoenix. And I might end up working with him eventually because he runs UruCon, and I applied to it, so we'll see if I get in. But, you know, he's the one that actually helps run that. This is another one I've actually showed you in the past, but again, the same thing. I'm using up the last bit of it that I have. Because it went along with the flower motif, but at the same time, it's, you know, not too colorful. Some of them are just a little too colorful, or, you know, a little much for me personally. This one is actually just a solid. So I got this one from a a thrift store, and it was with a bunch of other ones. So I didn't really pick it out, but honestly, I love it. Like, it's a nice teal color, and I was like, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? So I'll definitely use it up. But, you know, a nice little yard of that is not, you know, it basically just came with other stuff that I was buying. Which is actually on the bottom here. I'll show you later what it is that I bought. Here's another one. Yeah, that blue is very pretty. For sure, very pretty. Look at this one. Another one of those ones that it's almost too much for the camera to even see. But in person, it really pops. Because these pinks and these purples and the reds together, they really pop. The color, though, you know, it's hard for even this nice camera, it's hard for it to really pick up the subtlety in that color. But so pretty, for sure. And this one also, they're just allowed to print whatever they want on the side here. So this one is just a bunch of like flowers. Like it's actually like a little flower design on each one. You know, they can print it whatever they want, right? It's like you just kind of tell the manufacturer, hey, do it this way, and they'll do it, right? No real rhyme or reason or guide to that. And this one I did buy like 4 yards of it. So this one is one of those few I didn't cut in half. So normally I would have cut it, and I probably will in the future. But at the time I was like, you know what, just get it all done, you know? This one is kind of a cute one. I found this on Joann's Remnants, so it meant I only have a very small amount. Yeah, you like it, right? It's good. That's what I'm saying. I didn't love these flowers when I first started, but the more I kept buying them, the more I was like, oh, I actually I see what they see in it now, Like I see what the customer is kind of looking at and being like, oh, this is what I like about it. It's like, I like the repeated pattern does ultimately look good. This one of those ones I found on Joann's Remnant, so that's all I have of it. I literally have like a half a yard of it. That's about it. But it's enough to make like 2 bags. And this is all hiking stuff. Yeah, I'll kind of bring it closer so you can see it. Oh, that is, some of them are kind of upside down of the others. But yeah, see, like Hiking Hero, Map Pro, animal expert there. Like that one says Born Leader, but for some reason it's upside down compared to the rest of them. But yeah, very cute. A white design, so I don't know if it's going to be as popular, but that's why I was like, all right, I'll just get one, get this little quarter yard of it, or like half yard of it, and be good. This is another one that I've shown you in the past, and I believe it's the last one that I'm going to show you that's from the past here. But again, I wanted to use it up. I thought it looked good with the flower designs, because it is just so wild. And it was a popular design. Like the people that saw it were like, yeah, I like that. Because it's like a mosaic, Mosaics are always super cute. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for all y'all. I don't know what speed. We'll figure this out over the next, couple years here. We'll figure out. Yeah, it kind of does look randomly stamped that way for sure. This one you can kind of already see because it's on both sides. But it's like a slight color difference. If you really look, like you can kind of see that is like a little more muted than this side. So this is the correct side. But it looks really good. Absolutely, it's one of those ones where it's just like each splotch is a little different. This is called Batik. If you're looking at Batik, right? Something like that? Yeah. And very, very different. Each one is going to look very, very different. I bought these as linings to go with the flower because it looks like flowers, but, like if you're on acid or something. You know what I mean? But it's very good, very sturdy fabric. The Batik is always very nice because you have to have 100% cotton to be able to do this. And only a couple yards of it, so we'll see, But I'm hoping it will be very popular and it will work out really well. This one was one of my personal favorites of today, and probably is my favorite of the day, really. But as you can already see it, it is just this dotted pattern. And for some reason, I love it. I don't know why, but I really just love it. It almost looks stained or something, but I just kind of love that about it. I love how just random it is, Because each of the dots is really not the same. And this is most likely done with bleach, is like how they're doing that. They're just dropping bleach little drops on it after they tie-dyed it, right? But yeah, super cute. One of these ones you could technically use on either side. Like most people would say there's not really a front and back, but you can kind of tell. If you look, the holes are a little small here and they're a little bit bigger there. They're darker. So this is the front side. But these are Batiks, and they're super cute, super different. Each one is going to be very different looking. And I bought, a couple yards of it. So we're good there. I got plenty of that. I guess it's gone or something. I don't know. That's weird. I'll look into it. All right, so you can kind of see this one again. It's like you can kind of see the back of it, but when you see it in color, it really starts to pop for you. This is the one that I was saying earlier that I bought this one to get that blue one. Like the blue one just kind of came with it, and this was the one that I was talking about. I found this at a thrift store, and it was just kind of, one of those things you're driving by, and I saw a thrift store that I hadn't been to before. And I was just like, oh, let me go in and see what's there, And this was just waiting for me in a bag for only a couple bucks, and it had a few different kind of fabrics in it. And I was like, wow, that's perfect, And here, I'll zoom in for you so you can really see what's going on there. But it's little tiny, tiny, tiny flowers. And I mean tiny, 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 tiny. Little flowers. I mean, that's my finger, okay? So these things are that much different. Like, I mean, 3 or 4 of them are fitting under one finger, right? So, I mean, super tiny. But in reality, in person, it looks beautiful. It really stands out. And that's what I'm saying. This was the one that I really started to look at and be like, okay, now I get it. Now I get why people like it. Because it's like that one, I would even buy that one and rock that one for sure. It's like, I don't know, something about it. It's so feminine, but also like so, I guess the word is dainty or like delicate might be the word for it, Which is ultimately what these people want in the Jane Austen kind of style. You want that daintiness. And this is the last one. Last one for today. Don't worry, don't fear. I got plenty more fabrics. And, every once in a while, like, for instance, this one was in that thing from the thrift store as well. So if you're a fan of Michigan State, MSU, I can make you some of the hand towels. Unfortunately, this is the whole piece. So no bags, because, it's the size of my hand. That's, you're not going to be able to do that. In fact, let's see, is it even big enough? Oops. Yeah, see, I think it's the exact size that I need. Yeah, let's go down a little bit, this way. So this one will be the exact size I need to do that. I love it when it just ends up perfectly that way, where it's like this piece is exactly 8 inches. And so it ends up perfectly. I was like, all right, sometimes I just get so lucky that way. I have no idea why, but for some reason, 8 inches is like the perfect size for so many scraps of fabric. I think it's because just how math works. Like you just end up with 8 inches a lot. But yeah, and this is the last one. Again, one of those ones that like you really need to see in person. Because, I mean, it's so tiny. The lid, I mean, again, that's the size of my finger right there, right? So it's like, that one little bud or whatever is, I mean, not even the size of my finger. So tiny. But also just so pretty. And it's, again, one of those ones that you look at it at a big scale like this, and it just kind of consumes you, But I get it. I was like, it's one of those things is when I first got into this, I was like, I don't want to buy these flowers. But now at the end of it, I'm like, I get it. Like I get why these people are into these flowers. And so we will have a flower collection coming from me, hopefully to you. For some reason, my clock went away. Weird. It used to be up there. Oh, okay. There it is. It came back. There we go. It's back now. Okay. Yeah, tiny and cute. A lot of these are all very tiny, very cute. Speaking of tiny and cute, my one of my next videos coming up here soon is with some very tiny and cute UV resin pieces. So be on the lookout for that in the future there. I'll be having that come out. Ooh, also, I found this at that same thrift store. It's magnetic. It was brand new, still in the packaging. And it's just like, it's all magnetic. Okay. I mean, it's all magnetic. But I like how big it is. It's a huge dish. If you're curious, this is what's inside of something like that, is these two kind of magnets. And then it's like a big metal piece on top of it. So this one is actually one that broke a while back. And so now I can kind of finally fix it and finally go to a better, newer one instead of using this broken one. I'll still keep the broken one as just in case. And then I have this one too. Yeah, it's nice. It's actually for mechanics. That's why it has grip on it. It says grip. You know what I mean? It says grip and it has like a man's fist on it. Like, I'm a man, I'm a fist. But I like it. And then the bottom of it is like kind of rubbery. So it won't like, it will stick, but it won't like, you can still pull it off. Because see, that's metal right here. And so because of that, you can still kind of pull it off, which is nice. Otherwise, you get stuck on anything that it touched. Let's see here. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys is I am working to put out a video here eventually. Maybe not right now, but in the next month or so, I'll be putting out a video. Oops, dropped one there. But I'll be putting out a video on me like painting these kind of things up. So that was done with a paint called, let me get it for you, called Unicorn Milk. No unicorns were harmed in making this. I actually got this as a Christmas present about 2 years ago. I was going to get into painting, hand painting figures, you know? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, this one specifically is your floor pickup one. Yeah, that's what I got it for, because it will stick to anything that is kind of done that way. Bloop, and you can just kind of plop them and pick them up. But yeah, so this one's Unicorn Milk. So it does have a slight pearlescence to it. It's really kind of hard to see because I only did one coat so far, but there's like a slight pearlescence to it. But this is, ultimately something that I'm working on so that you guys, what will happen is there will be a third camera here in the bottom corner, like where I am. There's going to be another camera underneath of me, and it will have like a very close-up view of these tiles. And I'll be like, during the thing, you can be like, hey, I want to, move a red to, actually, like technically like this one would be like that, right? Because that's a 1, that's a 1. And then, okay, this one will go like there or something. I mean, technically it's not the right one, but you understand what I mean. It's dominoes. And we'll talk about that, and we'll go over playing dominoes and all that, but I'll have that kind of in the corner. That way you guys can play and have fun while I'm working. And then the tic-tac-toe is the same thing. Well, some days we'll be playing dominoes, some days we'll be playing tic-tac-toe. And then the next week or two, like I'm going to be asking you guys what colors you want, stuff like that, because obviously these are going to be your domino sets as much as they're my domino sets. So we got to, we'll ask you, but I've been trying to practice and learn how to do it. I just wanted to show you guys that as well today. And that's cute, isn't it? It's called Unicorn Milk. I'm going to do some as well in black. They're called Black 3.0. I'm going to do some of them in black. This is acrylic paint. The other one was acrylic paint as well. This one came in this actual like packaging. Isn't that cute? And then I also have, again, these are like presents I got a little while ago, a couple years ago. I also got this one, which is chrome. Mirror. It's called Mirror. Yeah, I know. That's the point, right? I want to play. Like, that's the idea. It will hopefully get people to stay here and play with me. While I'm working, you guys can be playing. And, you could even play against each other if you wanted. You can be like, I want to be, I'll be team red today, and you can be team blue. And then, in the comments, you just tell me what you want. But we're going to work on it. The goal is September to kind of start doing that. And by October, November, December to really push it forwards and, make these fun. Because the whole point of Tuesdays, there's not really much of a plan. There's no plan really anymore on Tuesdays. It's just kind of like, let me show you what I'm doing, and you hang out with me for an hour, or maybe even more. That's kind of the goal too, right? If we can play these games, then maybe it's 2-3 hour long streams instead of just being one. Right? Cute little packaging though, right? Black 3, and actually there's a 4.0 now, so even darker. I also have just like this one is glue. So I could do some that like I could stick glitter to it if I wanted. And this is the kind of glitter that you buy for that. It's called Snow, is what it was called. If you watch my resin videos, you're familiar with this brand, Stuart Simple. All of this is Stuart Simple stuff. All of that is. Let's see, I had another one. Yeah, so here's just the base. That's just white. That's just white. And actually you can tell it's separated. I don't know if you can see that. See that kind of like liquid down there. So it's actually separated. So I don't know. I'm sure it's probably still good, but we'll find out. If not, I'll buy more. This one actually came like free with it when we bought that box like 2 years ago, all pink, and it's all powder. All of that is powder. So it's 500 grams of pink. Mix with water to thicken, consistently dilute as needed. But yeah, so it's technically for like, you mix it with this stuff and you make paint out of it. But you can mix this into your resin as well. And there's gonna be no problem there. I'll mix it into my resin. Let's see, I have 3 more. So this is another one that I bought. It's red, 50 mil. Solid red. And it looks kind of pink, but the more you put in, yeah, this one you shake it up, it'll be fine. It just separated over time because I hadn't used it in a while. And then of course I had to get, wrong way. Had to get this copper too. Just gorgeous. One of those ones that, you know, again, you can mix it. It's already mixed acrylic paint, but you can use acrylic paint in resin. It's fine. Usually what people do is they'll actually like pre-paint the figure. So like you paint this in there and then the silicone will stick to it. And then the final one that I love the most, this is called Lit. L-I-T. And what it is, quite literally, is glow in the dark. It's just simply glow in the dark. If you saw one of my recent, so you kind of see it there, the glowiest glow. So, and that's the brand right there, Culture Hustle. But 300 grams of it, and it was a really good price. I forget the price, but it was like it was on sale for Christmas, you know? So this was like a package deal that I got about 2 years ago from them, and I'm still using that stuff. Granted, if you were working on this every single day, I would have used it up by now. This is my little art caddy here. Isn't that cute? That's my little art caddy. Yeah, the glow in the dark is absolutely my personal favorite. And so you'll see tons and tons of glow in the dark from me. I even want to try throwing some marbles into resin and see what happens. I got those a while back as well and was just like, all right, let's see what I can do with it, you know? Anything that I have at this point, it's like, let me shove it in resin and see what happens. This one is the one I'm really excited about. Yeah, I forgot to put the glow-in-the-dark photos into it. So I'll show you guys in the next one, because the Thursday one is Dominoes Part 2, and that one will have more glow in it. But yeah, I watched, when I was watching the video, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to put glow-in-the-dark photos at the end. I was like, duh. I was like, I completely forgot. Of course, I'm always still making this kind of stuff. And then the new one that I showed off online recently was that I've been making 50-50 ones. And this was actually a sample I did. I was trying to figure out which one I liked better, the 50-50 or the 25. So that's only 25%, and that's 50%, right? So it's like I was trying to figure out which one I like better. Ultimately, I went with this one. So that one I'm going to keep for myself, and you know that'll just be my stuff. Hi, MT. But that's a new product for me. I mean, it's the same product, but I'm using up some of my scraps, and you know we'll still have brand new ones. Of course, we had to do a bunch of Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, the 50-50 is nice. It looks good. This one, what it is that the reason why I was doing it is because I could then take 4 of these and put them together, and it would be 1, 2, actually 3, I think is what I could fit. But that was the reason. You know, I saw you had one at like 3:15 that was like a big breaking video, and I was like, well, he's gonna miss my live today then. I was like, my video is gonna be at 3, right? So I was like, yeah. So I was like, I'll see it later afterwards. So I have it up on my computer. I bet it probably auto ran or something because I turned the volume off. But yeah. So that's what I was saying. I was gonna do it so that way I would have 3 of them. But ultimately, I think they just look cleaner. They just look clean that way to have it be so much nicer, you know. And that just looks kind of confusing. Like people think they wouldn't understand you know, the nature of it. But, you know, and all kinds of color combos. This is a new one that I got recently, and it's slightly different. It's actually like way softer than the older one that I have, which is this one. You kind of see like it's a lighter gray, and then it's like this one's a little like less fuzzy. This one's a little more fuzzy. Be on well now. There's a wrong premiere on and the correct one both the same. Oh, well, I mean, as long as the same news, right? You know, as long as the same news, it's all good. And this is not a long stream. We're about to be done in like 5-10 minutes anyways. You know, I just wanted to kind of show off what, again, that's what I'm saying. The point of these is always to show off the latest. Here's a, if you're into Jujutsu Kaisen, he has blue and red together, and it makes purple. And so I was like, I'm gonna keep this one probably as like a sample for myself of like, you know, this is a demo of what I can do for you. But even these ones will have flowers, right? As we said earlier, there's another flower one. So if you might have seen some of these before or not, here's another one. Avocados. I thought that one was super cute. The avocados one. And then this one I thought was super cute as well. This is drinks. All drinks. Isn't that cute? There's that, this is that one from earlier, the ice cream cones. And I love how the whole thing sprinkles. Kind of get it to zoom. Yeah, the avocado one, that one was super cute. I'm not really sure what these are. They must be what the flowers of an avocado look like, I guess. I don't know. Probably should have researched it or something, but I don't know. But I just thought it looked mega cute. And I love how the pink, little pops of pink do like make it stand out, you know? And then I love that it has like, it's like, you know, halved, kind of whole. And then this one, it's kind of like, you don't see it on this one, but there is a whole one too. And then you got the fully sliced. So it's every version of an avocado you can have. From whole to halved to like almost halved to sliced up, right? It's like you have every single version of an avocado. And again, this is like the perfect thing. Oh, what are these for? So these are the microfiber towels that I sell. They're $4 each, or they are 2 or more for $3 each. So if you want, you know, 2 of them, they're $6 total, or $4 for one of them. And so what it is it's a microfiber on the back, cotton on this side, and when I'm done with them, they look, you know, I should have I had a sample here the other day, and I think I ended up using it, and so now I haven't, now I have to go get more samples. But when they're done, they look like this. They have a little X through them, so that way you never, like, it will never come apart in that sense. Like, say, it's like, you know, that's as far as you can go, right? You can't really get them apart anymore. So when you wash it, it's all good. You know, it will be 100%. But yeah, they're really cute. I mean, you know, the ones that I think are going to be very popular for the next event are definitely these ones. That's the Grogu guy there. And so they're just cleaning cloths. I use them for any kind of surface, like a cell phone. See, here's my cell phone. So you can see yourself in the camera there. Hello. But yeah, you can see how dirty my cell phone is, right? Boom. Already almost fully cleaned. Wipe it a few more times. And now it's clean. I think there's one little spot right there. So we'll focus on it. And there you go. Boom. Clean screen. In literally seconds, right? But the nice thing is it uses no chemicals. I didn't need to spray anything on this or anything. And the best part is you could literally go straight to your hands afterwards or your face or something else, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, granted, you know, I would personally keep one for like myself and one for my equipment. Like that's how I do it. But it's like, you know, you can, whatever you can afford, right? But yeah, I mean, look at that. Super clean within seconds. Within seconds, absolutely clean. And so that's what it does. And I keep one in the car. So like say you're getting that drink and they overfill it. They do that all the time. You know, you get that, especially nowadays, you can't buy a small no more. I try to buy smalls everywhere as I go, I'm like, small fry, small Coke. And they're like, oh, sir, we don't sell smalls anymore. I'm like, okay, whatever. If you sell mediums, large, and extra large, then you sell smalls. But okay, I was like, whatever, no reason to fight with, random strangers. So I was like, whatever, give me the medium. And of course she overfills it. And so I grab out this one for my center console and just dab the top of the cup. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a cup like this or something. You just kind of can dab the top of it. And there you go. And it will absorb it all. It can absorb up to 3 times its normal weight, essentially. So they're meant for absorbing. And, just clean them all the time. I use another way I use it is to clean my glass stovetop. It's microfiber, so it will just nice and clean it up for you. So anything that you need cleaning wise. And plus, I even have some people use them decoratively. If you have, I've made bigger ones in the past, and I can do custom orders for even bigger ones too. But yeah, and so, we have all kinds, just so many I'm working on and getting, a whole collection of all of the Jujutsu Kaisen, because as I was saying, the next event is a pop culture event. So while I am focusing on getting these kind of ones done, I definitely want to get this done too, because if you're a fan of anime, there's no way you don't want to buy this. You know what I mean? This is such a good piece. These are 2 pieces I sewn together. You know what I mean? That's so good. I love it. You may or may not, or you may not get it because this is from an anime, so you may not understand it, but if you do, I promise they're going to sell out no problem. For sure. For sure, these ones, I'm probably going to keep one of these too, because they are so good, and I don't have but so much of this fabric. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to do today, kind of show you my stuff, and then another thing I wanted to show was, as I said, there are a lot. Here, we'll zoom out for you. All of these are bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, you know what I mean? All kinds. Even some that you don't think you've even seen fabric for. So this one was pink polka dots. And then I'm mixing it with this rainbow fabric. So that will be really cute. Here's another one I don't think you've actually even seen yet. It's a bunch of blue squares. Just a ton of blue squares. So, some of them you've not even seen because I've already cut and sewn it, and it's ready to go, right? This one is ready for its mate. It will find another piece, and then, because I stopped making some of them just because all of these are just literally waiting for straps. Literally every single one of those is waiting for a strap. These are all waiting for a strap. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of in a holding pattern right now. That's why I'm not doing any more events till September, because it's sometimes, I slipped up on my ordering and I didn't order enough of the straps. I have plenty of fabric now, but not enough straps. Whoopsies. It's a learning process. We'll figure it out. So this is another one, just a yellow fabric, just kind of a silly, cute one. And of course, the teams as well, right? I think I showed this one off before. This is that Oregon Ducks. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys today. Just kind of show you what the cool stuff that I'm making. Next week we'll be going back to rugs. Oops. Whoa. What did I push? My bad. I think I hit my keyboard there for a second, so hold on. I hit my keyboard. There we go, I'm back. My bad there. My bad. All right, let's go to solo. Let's go solo this one. All right, there we go. Hey, there I am. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'll definitely keep up the hard work. Next time you see me, all these kind of ones will all be done. Every day I basically finish at least 5 to 10 of them every single day. And so thank you so much. I'm glad you loved all the fabrics. I'm super glad that everyone came here today. Just know that, we're always pushing here and striving to keep improving daily and step by step, trusting in ourselves and learning from our mistakes. Now I'm actually in the process of buying probably about 400 to 500 yards of webbing right now, just because I'm all right, I need it. Let me buy a couple 100 yards of it, because now I have bags but not enough stuff, right? So it's we're getting there. Everything in due time, So thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next one. Tomorrow we have an unboxing video coming out, and then Thursday will be Dominoes Part 2. And then after that, next week, I think will be probably UV resin and all kinds of other stuff I'm making. So make sure to check out my videos. I got 3 a week, right? I got the live stream, I got unboxing, and I got a crafting video every week. Thank you guys so much. Let's see, about 2-3 weeks from now, we're gonna do a Lego live stream. I'll promote it beforehand just so everyone knows, because I mean, you know, those ones are more casual, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that is safer for everyone. My name is Chris Collected. Bye, y'all. See you later. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and supporting me. Thank you. Bye.